And on target 2, we have Elizabeth Howe. And on target 1, Kay Earls.
There we have. That's Ellie Howe on the left-hand side and Kay on the right. And I spoke to Kay, and she's quite happy to be Gen X, and I think Ellie is Gen Z.
That's right.
There is a 38-year age. Well, I use the word difference rather than gap. Gap sounds a bit harsh.
And I'm part of that group, so yeah, we Gen Xers stick together. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's interesting to see how many older adults are doing well in the Barebow division, senior Barebow division, not even 50 plus.
Well, and this was a conversation I had with Diane and Cindy over the last year or so. It's just the scores. You just look at the scores. They're all pushing one another.
They are. Yeah, we're all pushing hard, and it's getting better. The competition's getting better, which is key. We don't want to just go out there and sweep the field. It's good to have the competition, everyone playing hard. I love it.
Ellie Howe, of course, was on the big stage in Vegas last month, the Indoor Nationals final. Herself just 17 years of age. And, well, you can do the math. I'm not going to tell you Kay's age. I've already said there's a certain gap. It'll be Ellie getting us underway on this left-hand side.
Yep.
9.
Beautiful shot.
And that's a 9. They're at 50 meters. Compound and Barebow at 50 meters will be pushing back to 70 meters for recurve.
8.
Okay, starting with an 8. And just talk us through, because we've had the compound, talk us through the mechanics of the Barebow.
Yep. So
and allow us to have that greater appreciation
9.
of when we see the 9s, the 10s, and even the 8s in these conditions.
Yeah, and the wind is definitely a factor for us. We're not shooting heavyweight bows. So the slightest wind can throw us off. Our arrows are fairly on the light side, and it's a challenge. And
5.
we crawl, we string walk to find our aim, and then utilizing a string blur in the rear as a rear sight, no peep sight.
8.
And again, fighting the wind, it becomes a challenge. It really does. This is not an easy endeavor.
It's a very precise routine that Kay goes through, isn't there?
Yes, it is, absolutely. Very unique.
7.
So this is the set system. Compound was the cumulative score.
Yep.
So it's a little bit more forgiving in the sense that you can drop a set, you can go 2 points behind and still fight your way back.
The set point system definitely helps us sometimes when the cumulative score is just not working in your favor. You can definitely pull out a win when maybe it wasn't quite your turn. But Ellie's doing great. She shoots out of Lionheart Archers in San Diego. Like you said, 17 years old, shooting up into the seniors.
And Kay's had an extra match, an extra round to get through as the 5th seed. So she came through the 1/8 round. Ellie started at the quarter-final stage.
Kay Earls.
Our first set then going to Ellie Howe. Kay will get us started. We're just clearing the field. Stepping to the line. Kay to go first. And again, this very precise routine that she goes through. Just focusing, getting into position, and then you'll see the head tilt. You might not hear the wind buffeting on our microphones, but as you can see from behind Kay there, the wind is certainly active still.
Yep. Flags are moving for sure. Kay's got her husband, Rob, behind her. Her coach's box. Good shot.
10. Seven.
Okay, well, as we talk about the set system, it's an opportunity here for Kay to get back on level terms after the second end.
8. 9.
So there we have it, 2-2. 25-22 in favour of Kay Earls, the Gen X.
I think she'd be happy to tell you that she's 55 years old.
Now, we had a good conversation after she got through to the gold medal match. Bright, colourful umbrella for Ellie.
Ellie won this tournament in U18 last year, I believe, was her. She won this particular tournament, and I think she's won the SoCal Showdown the last 2 years. So heavy hitter, young. She got a full future ahead of her, that's
Absolutely.
for sure, and a bright kid.
Yeah, overcame Shenlan Guan in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, defeating Cindy Graham, who was the silver medalist last year at the Buckeye Classic. And obviously into the gold medal match, 2 points apiece, Kay Earls and Ellie Howe, in this our third match of the AAE Arizona Cup gold medal matches. Brought to you by Datacore Fund Services and Verona Real Estate, and presented by Win & Win, and we thank them all for their support of USA Archery. The third end underway. It's all square.
6.
Maybe just adapting to the conditions, maybe the nerves of being on this stage. 7, a 6. I mean, looking at where they are now, are they in a rhythm? Are they still finding these conditions a bit tricky?
Yeah, you have the pressure of being up on the stage, shooting in front of people, in front of cameras. So there's that, and then you're contending with yourself too. You're shooting in a different place than you were earlier. So maybe lighting might be different, the sun might be different, and there's just definite level of being comfortable and getting up there and spending a little time helpful.
And the wind conditions, as you can see, it's saying 3 or 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's died down considerably.
It's died down a little bit. The temperature is still, as you can see, it's just the high 70s here in Arizona. It feels warmer though, doesn't it?
In the sun, it's certainly warm. And we're nice under this tent right here. It's pretty shady and comfortable, but I definitely got some color this weekend, that's for sure.
So Kay Earls, having been 2 down, has edged ahead 24-23 in that third end, 4-2 lead.
Yep.
Ellie staying in the shade.
Kay is in a very similar, obviously living where we live, similar position to myself with the amount of practice we don't get prior to this event. Just because where we live, it's the weather conditions are not in our favor. So coming here, we're a little shy on practice.
Well, and talk us through that as well, because I live just outside Denver as well. So I'll be heading back to Colorado. Just talk about at altitude. You know, the arrows are flying a little bit further.
Yep. Yeah. At home, we're over 5,000 feet, and my crawl and what we do is definitely a little higher. I came here, and my arrows definitely did drop a little bit, and I had to compensate for that. Anytime I go to sea level or around this elevation, win, we have an issue. We have to compensate for it, but that's okay. That's the cool thing about barebow and crawling. We just on the fly. It's very quick.
Yeah. End number 4. Kay Earls with the edge, 4-2. Ellie will shoot first. 6, 8, and a 9 to finish strong.
8.
Another solid 8 there from Ellie Howe. There's a little bit more reaction. Ellie, a little smirk, a little smile here. Kay is very much focused. Not seen the emotion change a great deal.
Nope. We definitely got a wind pickup too, for sure, just now. You can hear it in the microphones, but
still telling us, I'm not sure that's 3 miles an hour. It feels like it's a little stronger than that.
It feels more significant. Okay, with a good, short, strong shot. In that wind pickup, here comes Ellie.
7.
Still kind of tight. You never know.
So 7 or more.
Yep.
And Kay Earls is your new champion.
Yep.
7.
Looks like it's wait for the official.
Well, as things stand, a little fist bump there between Ellie and Kay. I think it's all over.
Yep. You know, that's the thing with what we do. There's no hard feelings between anybody. Everybody wants everybody to win. We all want good for each other in our class, and that's kind of the cool thing about
And I'm sure Ellie will have, she'll have other days.
Oh my gosh, she's so young. She's got plenty of time in the sun yet. Yep.
Awaiting confirmation. The sunglasses are now on for Kay, and that's one for Gen X over Gen Z. So experience won over on that occasion, but there's a lot of talent there with Ellie Howe. Confirmed, Kay Earls is your AAE Arizona Cup champion for 2025 in the Barebow women's division. Last 2 years, Cindy Zacco has won. Chrissy Lyons was victorious back in 2022.
Right.
So silver medal for Ellie. Kay with the gold, and we'll try and get word with Kay if we can.